Oh, this one's bigger. Uh-oh. This one's wider. Shit. Hey guys, Matt here with Hollywood's Garage, and today, you can guess it, you might be able to hear it. We are draining coolant. Seems like every project we do on this truck is draining coolant. Hopefully it's the last time for a while. The reason why I'm draining it is doing the heater core. Between that and the bottom actuator, it's only two things left I have not changed yet to get full heat in this truck. I've changed the water pump, I've changed thermostats, I've changed the top actuator and the HVAC system. So this is my last two options. My best guess is it's got a new rad in it from, I don't know, 60,000 kilometers ago. My best guess is it was leaking. Guy put rad leak or rad stop or whatever you want to call it, that voodoo magic stuff in the system, plugged off that heater core. I get heat only on like low fan setting, and that's when it's like really hot. If I put the fan to full, it's like it's not enough hot liquid going through wherever's left where the fan pulls air from to be hot enough. If I'm driving, it's a little better than just sitting idle at like a red light or something. But when winter coming and minus 30 Celsius coming up, I'm gonna want more heat than that. So we'll get started. We're draining the coolant there because I'll have to cut the tubes, change out the I'm gonna go to change out the actual heater core, and then I'm gonna disconnect the positive batteries because we will be pulling the dash completely out of the truck. Lots of good videos on that already on YouTube for that, so I'm not gonna make a huge video on it. Kind of show you the quick process of it. They say if you've done it before, it'll take you 10 minutes. My first time, so let's peg it at 45 minutes to remove it. I'm also gonna remove my front seats and center console, so let's make it an hour. Still want more room. It's a two-person job. They say you can do it with one person, but with more room, you can do it with one person. And I don't want to break nothing first time, like I say. So let's go ahead and start removing that the seats and the center console. There we go. Great success. Between all the videos I watched, I got some pretty good tips and tricks. The only things I never showed you were these two up here off of the passenger side that plug in over here. And then I left that side kind of still hanging there because I think on my command start still kind of zip tied and whatnot, half and half there, so not too bad. You got to get the steering wheel bolt completely out of the steering shaft on right about there to there, otherwise it won't come out. It's holding me right up. But yeah, look at all these front pocket finds here. Some pencils, lots of business cards. This guy must have been a contractor. Some pencils. He must have been a guy that built houses and stuff. But yeah, so we've got to end up taking this off. We're gonna move all this out of the way, cut these two tubes right here, pull it right out. Saves you from trying to get behind the firewall to remove that whole tube section. And just use heater hose, put it together. A lot of pros actually say that's better than trying to mess with it all. So that's where we're at. First of all, let's appreciate all the pencils and pens he had jammed in there, and all the business cards. I got them all out of there, at least I hope I did. That's where they all were. Well, half of them anyway. Okay, back to the regular programming. That's where I cut it. It had lots of room for hose connections. Pulling this now. So my reason for pulling this, like I said, is the heat wasn't the best on this thing. Ooh, little pocket full of coolant. I don't know if this is a factory Ford one or aftermarket. We'll dump this in the bucket. We're gonna save all the coolant. See, there wasn't lots in there, and I doubt that it drained with the coolant system, but maybe. To me, there's... Anywho's. Like, there's no holes or nothing in it. It's all good shape. But to me it looks factory. Excuse my mess on the bench. Here is, oh, this one's bigger. Uh-oh. This one's wider. Shit. I mean, oops. We'll see if, I'm gonna have to wait till Monday if that's the case to get the other one. But, well, we'll see if it goes in. So yeah, I did get the wrong one. There's two of them they show. Of course, I picked the one without supplemental heater, but I guess they both can be. But mine's a thin one, and the one I got for 99324 is the thicker one. I'm assuming that one doesn't have AC, hence why it's thicker, because the evaporator goes right beside it. So, gotta wait till Monday for that one. Nope. I mean, I could reuse this and throw it back in and put heater hoses on it and still drive the truck, but I don't need it for the weekend. I'm not gonna take the dash all apart again just to do what I was gonna do. But we're gonna change that actuator on the bottom one. I think they call it the passenger one. This one you don't have to remove the heater box in, but it's right there. So it looks like it's just one screw, hopefully anyway, and then pops out. There's a clip for it there, and you guys gotta put the new one back in. Got that little sucker out. Wasn't easy. There's a screw in the back in here. I just cut that a little bit to wedge it down with the screwdriver to get a wrench on there, an 8mm. She was fun, but a lot easier with the dash out for sure. Another Ford one, so probably a factory one, so good thing to change it. But, oh, let's see. There's no movement like the other one, but take it apart and see. Either way, just glad it's going to be changed out. Got the new one in. Ooh, that was a lot of stress. Got the back screw in there just by using a screwdriver to pry down on the plastic, kind of like this. You know, do that. Get the wrench back there to do it. Just two little slits here, it's all I had to do. So if you really want, you can just self-tap that back in, or just leave it. It's just a footwell for the passenger, and it's got a lot of airflow. You're not plugging in too much, so. Yay, that's done. Oh man. So my best guess is, well, I guess besides the heater core being plugged, is this is new. This got replaced as per the Carfax. It just said AC something, it was the AC was done. So I'm assuming this is the condenser or something. Maybe not. I don't know what that is. But it's right beside the heater, where the heater core goes. I think it's AC. Anyway, this is loose, right? So it only had one screw in here for this cover. This cover goes over top. There was one screw here, and this one is missing, which helps keep this top down, which this pivots on. And this arm just sits on a little point. There's no cap or nothing holding it whenever I can. Yeah, you can see that little metal bar there sitting on the right there. It just pushes on there. So I'd imagine it can get tweaked or whatever from this thing spinning. Well, it shouldn't, but maybe that's what's holding it up from spinning. I don't know. So I made another screw. Just took a self-tapper and cut the end of it off the drilling part. So when I go to bolt this back on, it'll hold it back down. So there, we have it done. Besides the heater core, which makes me upset because there was two of them to pick from. And of course, the one out of the two I picked, which was the more expensive one, didn't fit. It's a thinner one. Like I said, I think it's meant for the one without AC. It's why it's thicker. But a couple day wait now, so I don't know. See what else I can get up to on this truck for a project. I do have another one to do for the engine wides anyway. So I mean, I could always vacuum out the cracks here of all the sand. How much sand is in there? I wonder if I can get a light. Look how much sand is in there. So maybe we'll get a vacuum that out while I'm here. Mazel.